Good afternoon and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here this afternoon with Maggie and Rich, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is Maggie's ability to understand and respond to her formal on-leash obedience commands. The little bit of correction and a lot of motivation that we give the dogs when we're working with them, and the training equipment that we're using. Rich is using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and he keeps the bulk of the leash folded neatly in his right hand. That leaves his left hand free to give any correction that's needed. And the only correction that we give here at school is a little tug and release on the training collar. And that is the second piece of equipment that we're using. You're going to be introduced to your training equipment and taught how to use that Sunday when we do our lesson together. Now Maggie is sitting very nicely at Rich's left, which is where all of our obedience training is done. And the first exercise that we're going to demonstrate for you is heeling. Heeling is proper leash walking, and the command is Maggie, heel.
Maggie, heel.
Now at this point, Maggie has a job to do, and that is to remain even with your left leg when you're walking with her. So whether you're walking fast or slow, whether you're changing direction, she should be right at your left leg. Her shoulders should not pass your leg when you're walking with her. So no dragging you down the street. You can easily control her with distractions. And when you stop, she's been taught to sit automatically without being told to wait for her next command. So if you're walking down the street and you stop to cross traffic or talk to someone on the street, she should be sitting quietly at your left and waiting for her next command. And you can see that she is focused on Rich in spite of the fact that she can get distracted. She pays attention and she executes her commands. Now the next command that we're going to demonstrate is the sit stay. The stay is a hand and a voice command, and because it is a stationary exercise, it is a one-word command. You want to start this command out at about 30 seconds. You're going to work indoors as well as outdoors, and you're going to work up to 3 minutes. When Rich returns back to her, he walks counterclockwise around her, back to meet his leash. He gets back to her shoulders where they started. He stops his feet, and she waits for her next command. And they take off heeling again. All of these exercises are designed to help promote self-control, focus, maturity, give her a sense of self-confidence. She enjoys working. She enjoys getting praised for a good job. You can tell that her tail is up, her ears are up. She's doing her thing, showing off for the camera. Nice automatic sit. Rich will leave her again in the stay. He walks out to the end of his leash and he turns to face her. Now there's acorns falling to the ground, leaves, squirrels, bees, and she is holding that sit stay. Even though you can see that she's very alert and watching all the distractions, she's not breaking that stay. This time, instead of returning to her, Rich is going to call her. This is the come one command. It's Maggie, come. She comes right in and she should sit facing your knees. And then she returns back to heel and back sitting. What a great job. What this helps her to, besides focus and maturity, is it gives her something to do with her smart little brain, which she needs. It gives her purpose. It gives her a sense of accomplishment. It gives you a reason to praise her for being a good girl. Rich leaves her in another sit stay, and he's going to demonstrate the come on command again. He uses her name, doesn't get too over the top, but he praises her on the way in, and she comes right in and sits, and then she goes back to heel and back sitting. So she's very smart. Now the next commands that we're going to be demonstrating for you are our series of down commands. That is lay down. So with the dog seated at your left, you're going to take your left open palm, push it straight down toward the ground, and give the one-word command to down and stay. Now your long down stay, practice right in your living room. You don't have to go outside to do any of these commands. We recommend that you practice everywhere. This command, you're going to work up to a 5-minute long down stay. When Rich returns back to her again, he walks all the way around her counterclockwise, and she's to hold that down until he gets back to her shoulders. He stops, and then he tells her what he wants her to do next. And you can tell her to stay again. You can tell her heel, whatever you want, but you have to tell her something. So Rich is going to have her sit. Always have her seated first. Down, stay. She's looking very focused, very alert, but she's holding that. She's looking for squirrels is what she's doing, but she's still holding it. This time Rich will call her out of that. So working outside is actually harder because you have all the distractions of what's going on outside. Working inside is easier. We're working her outside because it gives us better camera angle and allows you to see everything that she's learned. But you can work inside as well, especially if you want good house manners. Now the next command that we're going to demonstrate for you is your down from a distance. This is a little bit harder command because you're not right next to her. You're going to leave her in a sit stay. You're going to turn to face her. You don't have to go all the way to the end of your leash in the beginning. You're going to lengthen out distance as you go along. You're going to use your right hand to give the command. Down. And drop her into a down from a distance. So what do you think of that, girl? We have demonstrated for you your heel, your automatic sit, your sit stay, your down stay, your down from a distance, your come. She has been a joy to have. We've enjoyed every minute of her being here. She's a very sweet girl, and everyone here has fallen in love with her goofy little ways. We've enjoyed having her. We want to thank you for choosing Nora's Dog Training Company, and we will see you on Sunday.